Coming to you from sunny California and the Great White North. Get ready. We are breaking down the obstacles on the Armchair Ninja Podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Armchair Ninja Podcast. It is Sunday, August 1st, 2021. My name is Rich, and joining me to cover the ANW Semifinals is Bijan. How you making out?
I'm good, but I'm shocked you just said August 2021. And I'm like, what? Like, this year is flying by. I really don't know what to make of that. But yeah, hey, we're here in August, and man, it's hot.
Is it? I don't find it that hot, surprisingly. I don't know why that might be, but it's pretty bearable here. I had the little heat lamp on earlier this evening to keep it nice and warm on the back deck, but otherwise it's good.
Yeah, it's been in the 80s, hitting low 90s all week. I don't like it. San Diego's supposed to be 70s all year round, so I don't like it. That said, dude, this episode, like, I don't know about you, but I felt like this episode, they're going full, like, a little too much into the sports world in terms of it was like commercial after commercial after commercial. And it might just be I'm tripping. It could be a complete tripping. But, I was feeling those commercials. I was like, it was just one run in another commercial? I don't know, man.
Yeah, I didn't feel it was commercial heavy, but you are right that I did notice a lot of, like, one run. Like they really focused on individual competitors, and you'd get one run and then the commercials again. Maybe that's what it was, extended individual competitors.
It's like a vignette. And yeah, I mean, I appreciate the fact that they're spending more time on competitors that matter. Don't get me wrong on that, but I don't know. It just psychologically, I wasn't ready for that. That said, what do you think about this course, man?
I thought it was an amazing course, an incredibly difficult course. And I love the gonna go right to the split decision on obstacle 9. I love that.
Dude, yeah. I was stunned, dude, because like at first when I was looking at the two options, I was like, oh yeah, do the upper body one, right? Then I saw the first competitor do that, and I'm like, oh heck no. Like I don't know about you, man, but like the more this episode went on and on, I was like, did the competitors not get to see the previous athletes like run? Why on earth, like halfway through this episode, and you're like on the second part of this course, and I know they don't show them like in chronological order, but if you are in the second half of actually like running, why on earth would you do that upper body one?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No way would I do that. I'm good.
Roll the dice on the tuning forks and just hope you make it through.
Because, like, I don't know, like, I'd have to look at it, but the statistics have to show, like, the tuning forks had a much better rate of completion. I know not many people completed overall, but, like, dude, like, at least people got, like, further in the tuning forks. You'd be, like, next level good to get through that. I forget the name. Do you remember the name of the other one? Like,
the inverter.
That obstacle, the inverter, that was a dope obstacle. But that is a dope obstacle for, like, stage 2 at the Vegas finals. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a lot. Every single obstacle was great. I love them all. We've seen most of them this season. Some of them unfortunately named with like Tilt-A-Whirl, but other than that, I just love them all. Yeah. They're great.
Yeah, really good.
And yeah, Inverter, this is the first time I remember seeing that one, and it was
very unique. I like it.
Yeah, it's a little awkward. In the execution, the fact that it goes from like a ledge. I like the transition from the grabbing the sides over to the ledge. I'm not so sure about the handle piece, like having to reach up and grab the handle. I didn't care for that. And that I don't understand how anyone can do the second part of that, that whole obstacle.
Dude, yeah, I don't even, like the first part is whatever, but that second transition, you have to run over or like, transition over in the air, grab basically the equivalent of a cliffhanger. I'm sure it's a little inverted, like to make it an easier grip to a point, but like basically the equivalent of a cliffhanger. And then it goes down and you have to catch your body weight with the gravity and the force downwards. That is so much. And then you tack on the fact that this is at the end of a course that is already upper body grip strength heavy, where there's a lot of obstacles where you're holding onto a railing with your fingertips. So those fingers are completely worn. And I get it. They're rock climbers and all of these other, type of athletes that train regularly. But that is really tough, man. And I like props to the course makers for giving that choice. I'm just more stunned that so many people went that route over, and I get it, because when I first looked at it, the tuning forks looked intimidating as all heck. They're really large. They're actually raised to the point where you have to jump up to it and then start so you can't only just go forward and run. You have to jump upwards, which can really affect your trajectory and your, I forget the term, but you try to go forward. And yeah, dude, that's asking a lot, but after so many people failing, I will try the tuning forks any day of the week. That would be the thing that I'm going towards. And I don't know if it's because I'm tall or what, but yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, this course seemed to be designed to make the inverter as hard as possible, right? Everything, like you said, was a ledge, was a grip strength, upper body. It's a lot. It was a lot, and we saw a lot of people struggle with that obstacle for good reason.
Yeah.
We only saw one person.
By the way, momentum was a word I was thinking of. It was bothering me. Momentum.
Momentum, yes.
I just had to say it. It was bothering me a lot.
All right, so let's get into some of these runs here. First out of the gate, 16-year-old Christian Youst. I was sucked in right away because he showed off the course really well. He was incredibly strong, and made it all the way up to the inverter. Did an amazing job right out of the gate.
Yeah, he did a great job of showing off the course and the difficulty with the inverter, but also he showed a lot of promise and comfort. I like the fact that he actually had a lot of good personality in his vignette. It was a little stagey. I miss this because we haven't seen this in a while, where clearly production created a set, whereas in this neon clearly staged in some soundstage arcade with fog machines going out and everything. It was so dumb that I loved it. It was so dumb, but I was
really
enjoying
over the top for sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I was laughing too hard during that vignette. I was like, you know what? Live your best life, buddy. It could just be that it's been a while since we've seen something like that. But that's what stood out to me a lot. And yeah, good on this kid, man. He showed it off. I don't know if he made it through. He must have, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I know the cutoff was getting to the split decision, but I don't know if it was a point where it was based on time or not. So,
I think it's well before that. I'm not sure actually. I'll have to take a look.
It wouldn't be Avila. I know was the last to be cut out, and Avila I don't think made it to that split decision.
No, he didn't.
Did he?
That's what I'm saying.
So that was yeah.
But yeah, I liked his little. Showing off by doing the warped wall with no run up. He did an amazing job.
That was dope. Yeah. I mean, that's the kind of stuff, hey, it'll get you on the show, man. You got to be unique.
Yeah. So good job for him. Sam San was fast forwarded. Unfortunately, he fell on the spinning bridge.
He was so fast forwarded that I must have fast forwarded him. I didn't know that. Where did he fall?
On the spinning bridge, so he didn't make it.
Aww.
So he's 53. He's the oldest competitor the episode.
Yeah, I like Sam San. But hey, I'm glad that he was able to compete this year. That's awesome. It's a nice dichotomy from all these youngsters that are 15.
Let's talk Isaiah Wakeham. He's the
dude. I like this kid.
Yeah, he was good. Him and his sister both competed. He does all the or a lot of the T-shirt designs and stuff for the other ninjas. He's an artist.
Yeah.
Interesting segment.
I mean, not a fan of that he's doing that stupid cake ninja design, but I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. But yeah, he actually shows a lot of problems. Really talented. But dude, his art skills are legit. For real. And I didn't realize this, but he was really shown throughout the episode. I think he was one of the fastest to compete, right? Or to complete the course for a while. And yeah, I know he's got this little thing going with his sister. I don't know. I could definitely see him and his sister being a pairing for a while. Kind of like is it the Bergstroms that also are that pairing?
Yeah.
Brother and sister thing?
The baby Bergstrom.
Yeah, so I could kind of see them doing a thing.
the baby Bergies or whatever the heck they called them.
Yeah. I wonder if one year we're going to see those two families compete against each other. Like it's some ninja versus ninja type thing. That'd be fun.
But yeah, it's funny because I kept wondering, like, if people were going out of their way to like pay for these crazy designs that we've seen, because even the Cake Ninja actually stood out to me at the time. I thought like they're going all out on these shirts. Back in the day, it would be like, you know, the Sharpie on their name onto the back of a shirt. It seemed like it was pretty low quality, and now it's like full on graphic designs, and I guess he's played a part in that.
Yeah, and I'm sure they paid. I mean, honestly, like if I was really considering like A&W as a thing, what is like spending like $100 or however much they cost for a full on design that's going to be you're going to be able to market as yourself for like years on, like that's really worth the cost.
Yeah. But he did great. He went on the inverter, very strong run. Good ninja, someone to watch.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more of him, you know, for real. Like, he clearly really cares about ninja. He's got a lot of talent. And if he's going to be designing even more designs after this, which I'm sure, you know, like, how many people knew about him doing these designs? Maybe he's more well-known in the ninja community. But, like, you know, it could be kind of like, I don't know, like Kevin Brecky designing a bunch of obstacles, you know, where it's like, hey, he might be more well-known for having his influence in A&W even behind the scenes.
Yeah. We should move on to Tiana Weberly, Sweet Tea. I liked her segment. Yeah. So I mean, we have a lot. Yeah. We have a lot of stunt people and things. It was kind of an interesting take on it, right? Show off like some of the tech behind the stunts, right? We think of stunts as being very low tech, generally speaking, right? That they're running around and doing the physical demands. It was a cool way to tie it into something new. Yeah,
and I mean, it wasn't something where it was just like, okay, cool, you like something. So, I mean, I really enjoyed it. We got a little bit of insight into her life, and it's something new and unique. No problems here. Oh, and another thing, short. I like that.
Yes.
Not overly long.
On the course, I think what stood out to me the most, I got a kick out of her on the corkscrew. And like she kept making out these little yells every time it went down on her. Like it was really, I don't know if she was really enjoying it or what, but it definitely seemed like she was having fun on the course.
Yeah, she was smiling the whole time, and hey, you got to make fun out of it. And if you aren't, maybe if you're nervous or something, still like, you know, like get through it however you can, you know. And she really went far. I mean, I know she made it to a split decision, but I appreciate the fact that she tried something new. She was, I think, the first to attempt the turning point. What are those things called again?
Tuning forks.
Tuning forks. I appreciate the fact that she was the first to try it. I don't know, maybe somebody else tried it before this and they just didn't show it or something, but I appreciate at least like we saw something new and she gave it a risk. Thumbs up.
Yeah, to me it seems like you should know if you've got enough grip strength left to do the other one and be like, whatever, I'm gonna have to do this because like if you've even taking the difficulty out of it, like you just know if you're sapped and you've got to do that.
Yeah, and but because of that, I totally understand why people did prefer, or a lot of competitors preferred the upper body one. Is because in A&W, that's kind of all you're training year round in terms of like obstacles, right? You're training a lot of hanging, dead hangs, using your upper body grip strength and everything like that. So the comfort level is there. And I mean, this is not going to be a shock to anybody, but a lot of ninjas aren't very comfortable doing balance obstacles. In particular, balance obstacles like the tuning forks, which are kind of new and unique and probably like something that they haven't practiced much before. So I totally understand that aspect. But as you said, dude, at a certain point, you really have to know your body and be humble enough to be like, all right, I don't know if I can do this. Let's do the other one. But hey, I mean, it could just be a confidence thing where they thought they could have it, and they quickly learned that they didn't.
Well, that leads us into the next run here. Max Feinberg, the band geek, 16-year-old, absolute beast on the course.
boy, was I surprised by this. Like, I thought he was going to be good, but I did not expect this. Good on this kid, dude. I love, like, nerds just killing this course. And dang, did he dominate, right?
He was clicking his heels as he's hopping down. Like, he just looked like he was having no issues whatsoever. And he was the only one to do the inverter. Like, absolutely amazing run. Had a good time. Like, I don't know. There's not much you can say. He just crushed that course. It was so good from beginning to end.
Yeah, shocker to nobody, but Feinberg, you get the athletically profound run of the night because this was awesome. This is a course that is probably new. Like a lot of these obstacles might be new to him, but even if they aren't, if somehow he was able to train for obstacles similar to this, he really showed a level of poise and confidence for somebody his age. And I don't even want to put that asterisk to it. Just in general, he showed such skill and talent. And I'm really excited to see him in future years. He offers a fresh new type of like competitor on this course. Of course, we've had nerdy type people before, but just something about him and his age and everything else makes me, you just want to root for the kid, right? Or at least I do. And yeah, the fact that he also showed a lot of like awkward, but in a way like swag, like, you know, kind of just spinning around doing this like goofy type thing where he's like, I don't know which one to pick. I'll pick this one, you know? And the icing on the cake, as you said, dude, he actually completed the inverter, which is insane. So good on this kid.
Yeah, that's actually notable about almost all of the teens is you would think that'd be where they would struggle on these bigger courses, right? We know that they're athletically profound. They we've seen them in regional competitions and stuff, but you would think the big lights and, you know, everything might get to them. They have shown like incredible poise. Like they are not thrown off by this at all.
Yeah, great point. Think about when you were 16, dude. Like when I was 16, no way. I would be horrified to be on a national like television show, let alone do these types of obstacles. Yeah, good. That is a great point, and good on all these kids for that.
So let's move on to Janique Lavette, who is in incredible shape, and I guess part of that we learned.
Real, like, sorry, but like she's more fit than ever, right?
Yeah, and they kind of explained a bit of that. So she's been injured the last few years. This is like the first time she's been coming into this like in prime condition, and she is just absolutely ripped on the and like seemed primed to like go further than ever this year. They really hyped her up. It seemed like, you know, she was ready to go. And then we had that crazy fall on Tilt-A-Whirl where she just had too much swing, too much momentum, and it pulled the bar right off on her. Like, what a crappy way to go out.
That's the worst way to fall. And that, I think I can speak for Rich in agreement with this. That is like the worst way you want to see your ninja go out is like just some freak accident. She was too strong in a way, you know, like
exactly.
Kicking a little too hard. It's just an unfortunate circumstance. I was really happy and heartened to see that she at least moved on as the third female to
that's right.
To the finals.
That's right.
But that was really scary because that's you know, that could have been really crappy way to see her go out, like in her season.
Yeah. Oh, you actually saved that for me. I totally forgot she was the third. So then,
sigh of relief, right? It's like, yay.
Yeah. So her season's not done. That's good. The Cowboy Ninja got fast forwarded. He made it to split decision and picked the inverter, but didn't make it out. He actually took a weird fall backwards on that. It looked kind of scary, actually.
Yeah.
And then Brian Burkhart. Oh my God, Brian Burkhart.
Okay, before we go on, what did you think about the vignette? For it or against it?
I was indifferent on it.
At first, I hated it. I was like, I hate everything. Why is this? And then it kept going on, and I was like, you know what? visually profound vignette of the night. Because it was so dumb. I loved it. I'm just in a good mood, bro. Bring on the dumb. If there was ever an episode where like Cake Ninja was like, please let me be on this episode, maybe Jan will be nice to me, it'd be this one. I don't know, man. It was so dumb. I was just laughing.
I think I had the opposite. I started off like kind of smiling. I was like, oh yeah, this is a cute way to go with it, and it just went on for so long that it
was long, bro. It was long.
But I could see it being the opposite, like it did for you, where it's like sometimes if you carry on a joke long enough, it brings you around. This one, there was parts of it that I liked, like individual things where they talked about Daniel Gill talking about falling in the qualifiers and stuff. I don't know why that one struck me funny, but
yeah.
Yeah. So that was the 1-800-1 Law Ninja or something like that.
Too many numbers, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, him on the course, he looked really quick, I guess. Like he was really going at a nice pace. He banged his nose. Like, it didn't look like a broken nose, but it definitely did not look fun.
No, it didn't at all.
But hey, it added some drama to the course. And I mean, most people would fall at that moment. I probably would. I mean, I banged my nose into something. Last thing I'm thinking about is holding on. So.
Yeah, he had a cut on his nose. It looked pretty red and swollen, but he carried on. Was able to complete the whole course. He did tuning forks. So that was really exciting to watch him like just sprint across those. Yeah, he managed to beat Max's time by like less than a second. So it was really close.
That was crazy
between the two of them.
I have to say, this entire episode, they kept going back to this guy, like his picture and everything. And I'm like, this dude reminds me of somebody. I was trying to like, have I seen him before? What's going on? What is this? Like, why is it reminding me of somebody? And then right before we recorded, up comes your picture, Rich. And then I'm like, oh, I know who this dude reminds me of. This guy looks like a much younger version of Rich.
Oh, hey.
But he looks like... but he looks like you, Rich. That's who it was reminding me of this whole time. So yeah, if anybody wants to know what Rich looks like, just look at this guy and then imagine age him up maybe 100 years or so, and there's Rich.
And then send him to the gym a few times. There's a little bit of a difference there, but he did great on the course, and of course we'll circle back to him again later. And they skip like Jonathan Horton. Okay, I get it. He fell, but man, like all the Olympic stuff you got going on, you can't give him a segment. Like, what the heck?
I mean, I get it. I mean, I don't know. At this point, I'm over the Olympic tie-ins. So.
Right, but I could be wrong, but I thought they skipped him in the original one. Like, we said, like, why don't they bring him up? Like, oh, they must give him a segment in the semifinals, and they didn't.
I mean, it could be just the fact that, we've seen him for many years now and he just doesn't have any new updates to share. I'm fine with it.
I guess. No, we'll have Olympic athletes that don't even know the people running the course sitting, watching the screens.
That's a whole nother problem where I was fine. Give them one episode or something, but it just kept going on. The one bonus... And I hope I don't eat crow with this, but the one bonus is at least I look forward to us not having those tie-ins after the Olympics. At least they can edit that stuff out. I hope so. Who knows? But I hope.
Okay, so moving on, we've got Isabella Wakeham, the sister of our earlier competitor, the artist. Isabella, like they try to tie it into the tattoo. They just had too many things going on. Like I
don't care about the tattoo.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this before we even get going. I like her outfit. Not to be weird, but it's almost like she has like a superhero uniform. Like the way that her outfit is, it's very unique. It's not like I'm a female athlete. I'm just going to wear my sports bra or, like my shirt and like some athletic clothes. Like it seems like a full on uniform in a way. And that is honestly dope. Like I feel like more competitors should have something like that makes them unique. It doesn't have to be a costume. It doesn't have to be,
Chicken
Captain
outfit.
NBC or anything like that, right? But like when you look at her outfit, it is unique in an appropriate way, and I really dug that because it definitely stands out.
I was just thinking that actually looking at her picture here, I was like, yeah, that is a really cool outfit, for sure.
So good on this fam, man. Her brother's got the art, shirt, and she's got this really cool uniform too. It's they get it in a way.
And they're incredibly talented too, because she actually made it all the way to the inverter as well. Like, crazy performance. At just 17 years old, like she's still in high school.
We need to repeat that again. She is 17 years old. That is insane for how like good she is, how far she's gone, and man, you want to talk about like the future of divisions or just like American Ninja Warrior. Get used to her name because you are going to see her more. I'm sorry to her, bro, but she's got so much more star potential, in my opinion. She is somebody to keep an eye on.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Who else we got here? We have...
Also, I just got to say, like, don't be surprised if you see her making it to Stage 2 or maybe even further in the Vegas finals. I'm that high up on her.
Wow.
I really am.
Wow. I mean, yeah. Ninth obstacle
She
on
didn't
a
seem winded,
incredibly
man. And
difficult
when you look
joke.
at like the things that tend to take out women in the first stage tend to be transitions, sometime fatigue, things like that. But she showed that she can do the warped wall, She didn't seem too winded. She, of course, like her grip strength gave out. But like stage 1, it's not really about grip strength, in my opinion. It's all about transitions, stuff like that. She seemed like good to go on that stuff.
Okay. Who should mention here? Abel Gonzalez.
Dude, yeah, like, come on. How difficult is this course? And he completes it. And they're just like, here you go. Here's a fast forward for you, buddy. Like, I guess I get it. Like, we know Abel Gonzalez at this point. But I'm like, y'all could have just at least, like, been halfway into this run or something, man.
Yeah, he deserved a little more than that, I think. And then they go Elijah.
Seriously, he's crying and everything. Like, there is emotion there. He's got stuff that they love showing on this episode.
I don't know. It was a weird choice with so few completions to skip over one of them.
Yeah. That said, Elijah Brown, I think we went halfway into the boss's run, right? So at least we got at least one of those halfway runs.
Yeah. They started him partway in. Really gave him a lot of airtime though too, even though it was partway through. This is one of those ones where I don't know. I think
it's because we're going to be seeing more of him.
He's incredibly good.
This might be one where you might want to read the edit.
Well, he's interesting because we've seen him do amazingly well before, but he looked pretty uncomfortable through most of this run. He did not seem to be on his game. Really struggling.
Point, yeah.
And ended up going out on the inverter. He just, I don't know. I didn't really get a sense of comfort from him like we normally see, where he just kind of floats through the course. He just didn't have it today.
And really surprising because the inverter, in my opinion, would like somebody with a really long wingspan that would benefit them, but struggling a lot with that. And I don't know if it was fatigue or what, but yeah, that was a really good point.
We will get to see him move on by making it to the inverter. He will be going on to Vegas. Who do we want to say?
Oh, come on. We gotta do Guam Ninja. This was awesome.
Darren Perez from Guam. Great segment. Very different ninja we haven't seen.
I loved this video. I was instantly rooting for this guy. It's unique. How many people from Guam do we see run the course? I mean, how many Americans, honestly, do you think even know that Guam is part of America? Like, is an American territory? I don't even want to get into the politics, but let's just say there was a very famous person that didn't even know that Puerto Rico was part of America. Really annoying. So, I'm very glad that, this segment was real. It's like, yeah, guess what? People from Guam, actually participate in elections and stuff. It's U.S. territory. This is awesome. Part of the military. I believe it was Coast Guard. I think it was.
Yeah.
I guess not military, but Coast Guard. I totally blanking if Coast Guard is part of the military or not. But either way, Coast Guard, awesome. And super dope. Super excited to see him represent for his community. And the vignette was really great also. I love this.
Yeah, all around great run too. He made it all the way to the tuning forks before he went down. I loved his excitement when he learned that he was going to Vegas. He went crazy realizing that he was moving on.
Yeah, man. Think about it. Eskimo Ninja, we know him. I want to see more representation from very unique aspects of American culture and territories. This is awesome. And he's talented.
All right. Moving down. Isaiah Thomas? Maybe Isaiah here. The 15-year-old ended up going out on the tuning forks. He was fast forward, I think, though. Wasn't he?
I'm trying to remember who Isaiah Thomas is, and I feel really bad. But I'm like, who are you? Oh, okay. The cat. This kid's super fast. Okay, I remember. And he was planking at the top of the award wall.
Yeah.
He looked really. He seems like somebody that gets it and is very entertaining. I've seen him before, but I can't remember where. It has to be ANW Junior, probably. But yeah, I have a feeling we're going to see Isaiah Thomas again in the finals in terms of a full-on vignette, because this guy screams everything that the producers love, and he gets it. He's somebody that would be really fun to watch. Gives me a lot of young Flip Rodriguez vibes.
Yeah, for sure. And then for the next full segment, we had Jody Avila, and speaking of different heritages,
representation again, man. Yeah, I love it.
I didn't see that coming. I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea it was from what was it, Dominican Republic? That was that.
Yeah, Dominican.
Yeah, I had no idea. Repping Dominican Republic. That's awesome.
This course was not designed for him, though. Unfortunately, it was really
no, it was not. That was a good point. I didn't even think about that, but man, this poor guy.
So he really had to scrunch himself up on some of those early obstacles, and then there was a drop on the, is it tilt-a-whirl? No, it was wall-to-wall. That wall-to-wall one.
I forgot to mention at the beginning, that final part with wall-to-wall where it drops, I like that a lot. This episode, it had a lot of cliffhanger type holds, but they drop you and kind of force your body weight and you have to hold on with that centrifugal force. And I thought that was incredibly unique. It's probably not fun for somebody like him, but hey, them's the breaks. I mean, boo hoo, you're tall. I guess.
And 210 pounds, that's a lot of weight.
I only say that because, dude, there are people that are 4'11" that compete on this show, right?
Right.
There's got to be some stuff give the short people some breaks.
I think my only complaint about this course was I found wall to wall a little too similar in a way to tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was kind of
I agree.
Kind of a repeat obstacle, even though it's a different skill set. You're not hopping a bar, but still.
Yeah, I totally agree. You can't have two doing the same type of rotation and axis. And more importantly, the visual aspect. It's kind of the same thing. So, totally agree. It's fine having one, but you can't have two.
And then we had the final run of the night before the Power Tower, Daniel Gill. And Daniel did what Daniel does. That is just make it look like a totally different course than everyone else has been running the entire night.
I mean, did he struggle at any point of this?
Yeah, he destroyed this course. He absolutely made it look like it was a joke. I don't know. And the only thing that slowed him down was just those rotations and stuff, just the physical limitation of having to get those things to spin around kind of eased him off a little bit. But he just did everything so well. It was ridiculous by the end.
Yeah, and he flew up that tower. He was like a spider monkey just shooting up that thing.
He could have went to the beginning and done the whole thing again, I think.
Yeah, and there was more than a 2-minute difference between him and the former number one. I mean, that is crazy.
Yeah, just crazy good. And then moving on to the Power Tower, the revised Power Tower, which we should now get into.
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about the Power Tower? I want to hear your thoughts first.
I like this one better, and I feel I always hate when this happens, and I feel like it's almost conceited in a way, but I feel like this was speaking to a lot of our concerns in the previous seasons that, like, hey, we asked for this type of thing. We wanted, like, salmon ladder, rope climb, like mix things up more directly to things that they do on the course, testing the things that they are supposed to be able to do. I don't know. I like this revised one. I like it a lot better.
Yeah, I agree. I really like it. I like the fact that there's more verticality into it, and that there's like different aspects, of skills that they're testing. I like the fact that it can trip somebody up, like how we saw in this particular run. I'm happy with it. I want to just say I'm happy with it because I still feel like there's improvements to make, but I'm not going to be that person that's nitpicking everything. Drastic improvement from last year. And I also like the fact that the stakes are there. I feel like last year they went a little too ham having two of them. I feel like this is perfect to stay as a semifinals type of thing leading into Vegas finals, where the safety pass really matters. And that safety pass is truly something that is really important and can really play a huge factor. And I don't know, I'm really happy with the fact that they're keeping the safety pass and this. I know some people feel differently, but I'm cool with it. It's something that really gives a lot of, drama and the stakes to the city finals.
Yeah, no complaints. I'll take this version of the Power Tower for sure. I did read. I wasn't quite sure what to make of the segments going in, right? So we had Daniel Gill versus Brian Burkhart, and I just kept thinking, like we saw what happened on the course. We know who Daniel is. Do you really got to rub it in and say, like, basically, like, you never know. Maybe Daniel will make a mistake. Like, the only way that he's going to lose is if Daniel makes a mistake. Or the only way Brian's going to win is if Daniel makes a mistake. And I thought, like, that's kind of mean. Like, so we're just going to watch and see if Daniel makes a mistake. And then, of course, that's exactly what happened.
I'm cool with it because that's honestly just keeping it real. Like, who was really being like, you know what? This can be an even match. No. Let's just be real and honest. I mean, like, it's Daniel Gill.
It was
this
even
dude's
though,
going to
like,
have to be really lucky.
I mean, really,
or,
before Daniel's mistake, it was pretty dead even. Like, there really wasn't a separation between them. Like, it really was
that's true.
Pretty neck and neck.
That's very true. But the fact is that this is a television show. And from everything that we've seen before this, the story is that this dude doesn't have a chance against Daniel Gill, the GOAT. Or at least right now. So, like, that's kind of what you're going against right now. And, they played the role well, and it created a very good story. I felt like they telegraphed it a little too much by, like, really hammering that in. I'm like, oh, well, where, like, this can really go one of two ways. But really, I kind of feel like they're setting Daniel Gill up to fail. But, I mean, I'm cool with it because they created a story, and that played a part into it.
Yeah. It was good. It was a good episode.
Yeah, Baby Rich, by the way, Baby Rich did make it. Daniel Gill, like, had some struggles on the salmon ladder. Like, it just, like, fell out of place or something like that. I liked it. I like the fact that we've got not just the person that we all expect to win, getting the safety pass. Like, Baby Rich is basically now the safety pass dude. We're going to definitely see him again. And, hey, maybe he's going to surprise us. Maybe Baby Rich is going to win the whole thing. Who knows?
Maybe. He has two chances, right? With the safety pass, if he has some struggles on stage one, he can run it again. If he does stage one without any problems, he gets two chances at stage two. That's a pretty big perk. Like, that's really, really helpful for someone that might be shaking off some nerves or just having, makes a simple error, which really trips up a lot of the ninjas in Vegas, right? A lot of these ninjas have already proven themselves to be incredibly good and capable of taking down the course, but just make one small slip up, and this takes away that, or at least gives them another shot.
Yeah, the mental aspect cannot be overstated enough. that is huge. The safety pass, more than anything else, just takes that anxiety and doesn't get rid of it, of course, but it really helps that out and really gives you like a breather in terms of like, trying those risks, keeping yourself a little bit more calm in the face of, these huge courses, especially the Vegas finals course. I think this is the safety pass is like the golden goose ticket that you want. It's not going to guarantee anything, of course, but I mean, most ninjas will say if they fall, they usually are like, if I only had one more chance, I would do that obstacle differently.
All right. Well, that is it for this. If you'd like to reach out to me, you can reach me at rich@ninjapodcast.com. I am at Ninja Podcast on both Instagram and Twitter. And Bijan, how can they reach you?
Yeah, hit me up at Twitter and Instagram at Bijan151. That is Bijan 151.
All right. Thank you all so much for listening and have a wonderful week.
Peace, love, and deuces, y'all. And go Team USA in the Olympics! Boo to Canada! I'm just kidding. Love you, Canada.